What's up, guys? I'm at my computer and I'm about to publish this video with the Swisstrax, and I got to drop in and say one thing here, which is we filmed the whole video and got the files downloaded, and the audio was totally jacked up on my mic for a lot of it. So I've gone back in and re-recorded the audio, dubbing over my own voice, which you're definitely going to notice. And if I don't say anything, it's going to be really weird. So that's what happened. I painstakingly re-recorded all of my dialogue for like half of this video. Uh, have fun with it. I am. It happens. Things happen. It's life. So I hope this video does help you make decisions and understand how the Swisstrax stuff works. And I hope you appreciate the effort. Enjoy. So our Swisstrax, the ultimate perfect solution. There's an issue. Just got a new floor installed in the garage with the Swisstrax tiles. Check this out. So you guys can see me on screen right now installing these Swisstrax tile floors. It was a bit of a process, took me about 3 hours, and it involved a lot of cutting on the saw to get the corners all done. But I think ultimately it looks great. I decided to go with the Swisstrax because the epoxy look, I just think, was not for us in this garage, not what we were going for. It's also very permanent, where the Swisstrax are fully customizable, replaceable. We can get different colors, whatever we want. Hold on. Let me jump in here real quick. It's been several weeks since I put Swisstrax down on our garage floors, and I have some thoughts. I'm gonna give you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly, and you're gonna find out if Swisstrax are gonna work for you. The other thing, and I'm curious about this, and I've been curious about this, on their website, they show you can use this as a garage floor, gym floor, decking, whatever you wanna do with it. I'm curious, what can these things really hold up to? By the end of the video, we're gonna test it with dumbbells, plates, and a hammer, and we're gonna see if we can actually damage one of these things. And let's show you if Swisstrax can really work for you. Oh, and one more thing. I actually have a whole other unfinished garage, and I'm gonna tell you if I'm gonna stick with Swisstrax, put them in here, or try something different. Stick around, let's get back to the original video. We decided to go with the kind of classic black and gray that I see a lot of people doing with these Swisstrax, and we did a inner rectangle and basically an outer perimeter rectangle. I do this yesterday. I get these things completely installed. The process, guys, could not be simpler. If you see these tiles, if you can see these on screen here, essentially there are 12 little fasteners, female on one side and then male on the inside of the other one. And you take the two of them and you just click them into each other. They fit right in, and it might be hard to see, but I'll just do one on the floor here for you. Once they're lined up, you essentially can just step on them, which is what I was doing, and they're connected, that's it. And you go around the entire room like that. If you have one that needs to come out, you want to replace one isn't sitting right, or whatever the situation is, they come apart basically equally as easily. You just peel them apart. It couldn't be easier. Here's a couple lessons learned. What they tell you to do is to start on the side of the garage that aligns with the flat side of your Swisstrax, so that the flat side goes right up to the wall. The reason you want to do this is because when you're cutting these at the end, you cannot cut the side that's basically going to be pointing forward in your garage, because you won't be able to connect your ramps or anything like that at the end. You have to cut the back side with the female part. So that totally makes sense. I started here, as you see in the time lapse, I started here in the corner. Basically, if I'm looking out of my garage, the front right corner, and I worked my way left and right, back and front, all the way to the edges. That's where I hit a snag. That's where I hit a problem. If you follow me back here, we had to get, the whole back of the garage lined up, right? Get these pushed back. Well, as I cut these and started putting them along the back wall, they pushed the front end forward. And so when I went to install the ramps, come check this out. When I went to install these ramps that you're supposed to drive over to get up into your garage, they were hanging over the lip a little bit, right? Creating a little bit of a leverage point. Well, when I drove over these the first time, they kick flipped my Swisstrax up in the air. I didn't like that, and it didn't make me look cool in front of my wife and daughter either. It made me look a little silly. Can't be silly. So we had to come in this morning. I had to recut the whole back wall to give me an inch of wiggle room, and then slide these back. And Brody helped me, the cameraman here. Brody, was that pretty easy? No, it was not pretty easy. It was not pretty easy. It took our full might back and forth just to move it a couple millimeters each time finally got it back and got these on to the solid part of our garage here. But I haven't driven on it yet because we're still in work on this. So hopefully I will see in a little bit if that did fix the problem. So our Swisstrax, the ultimate garage solution. These things, very solid, extremely easy to put together. It took me a couple hours to do it, including all the cutting and half a day's work. Right off the bat, getting these in 25 boxes delivered from FedEx, unpacked them, super easy. Get your, make sure you have your X-Acto knife because you're gonna be doing a lot of cutting of boxes and also of banding, little like the plastic banding, and just a lot of stretching your back. Stretch your back, get ready. You're gonna be doing a lot of bending over, a lot of crawling around on your hands and knees to do this. If you have a buddy who can help, I did it by myself in a few hours. If you have somebody who can help, it'll probably be a really easy process. Now that it's been a few weeks, let's start with what's good about these Swisstrax floor tiles. The first good thing, and this is a big one, is they look extremely good. They really do. And when people come over, the first thing they say is, wow, this floor looks really cool. What is this? What is this floor? What brand is it? How did you install it? They have questions. It's easy to take for granted. Not everyone knows what this is. A lot of people have never seen it before. A lot of people have epoxy in their garages. So when people come in and see this, they're really taken aback. I really like that. It has that aesthetic. It has a cool vibe to it. As far as walking around on it, how does that feel? Pretty comfortable. Walking around on it's pretty good. If you're barefoot, you're gonna feel the ridges on your feet. But it's clean, it stays a lot cleaner than just a cement floor or epoxy deck. The dirt in general, like dust and things that you track in from your shoes, falls down through the grates and you can vacuum or blow those out. So it stays very clean when you walk through there. It's also quiet, so when you're banging around in here, you're not making a ton of noise. I really like that. The one, bad and ugly thing is I still have that one tile over here. That one tile that keeps kicking up. It's this one right here. Now that I'm so used to it, I can even kind of see. That's the second black tile that I've installed there, and this one's already damaged too. And it has something to do with the little depression on my garage floor, right on the entrance here, right on this one. When I drive my car over it, it kicks this one up and it damages the little clips that are here. So it damages these and they get bent, and these parts get bent and the tiles get jacked up. I shimmed it. I tore a little piece of cardboard off of a diaper box, Huggies obviously. That seems to have helped a little bit, but we're still having instances where this thing kicks up and then you gotta click it back down and it gets damaged. So I don't have a great solution for that yet. I'm gonna reach out to Swisstrax and see if there's anything they can tell me to help out with that. We'll see if that's a known issue with these. If you have a very uneven garage floor, you might want to think twice about getting Swisstrax. Is that going to stop me from putting them in the other part of my garage? Stay tuned to the end of the video and you'll see. So, with that being said, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the durability test and have some fun. I don't know about you guys, but a common scenario, I'm trying to entertain my daughter while juggling, something like this, and I might accidentally drop this hammer on here. So let's see if a hammer drop on this thing does any damage. I'm gonna try to land it right here on the center of the black square. Totally missed. All right, here, we'll try again. So that landed handle seems pretty much like it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna try to drop it directly on the head of the hammer. I'll do a couple more drops. All right, let's see. How did it stack up to that? Well, you know what? There might be a tiny little dent right there. Let's see. Maybe a scratch, something real minor. You know what? I'd say that stacks up pretty well. That's pretty decent, I will say. So, it can take a hammer. A light hammering, if you will. Let's see if it can stack up. Like they say on the website, that these are good floors for your home gym. Well, if you're out there pumping your iron and you've got your dumbbells and you're, oh, I just can't, I'm losing my grip, and you might drop it right on here. So let's see what kind of damage a 25-pound dumbbell does on this. do a couple more drops. And one a little bit of an angle. Ooh, look at that. That broke it right there. The 25 dropped at an angle, did break it. So if you're thinking about this for a home gym, a 25, a little 25-pound dumbbell at an angle did break it. So, since we know that, what kind of damage is this 45 gonna do? Now we're just having fun with it. Let's drop this 45 down there and see what that does. Ooh, that actually broke it at the seam. This is like one of the 4 main lines right here, and that broke right there. So that was one drop at an angle with a 45. Let's try to see what a flat drop with a 45 does. That first glance looks okay. Let's do another flat drop. Well, it seems like if you drop it flat, that you might be okay. So if you're gonna drop your weights on these things at an angle, that's gonna break it even with the 25. But with the 45, dropping it flat, it seems like it held up to it. One more test here. One more test. By the way, guys, we're smashing a Swisstrax for you, for your families. So why don't you give a subscribe, give a like for our family over here, okay? We're gonna drop this 25-pound plate. Your home gym's gotta have these classic metal plates. Rusty, tetanus causing, okay? That's how we like it around here. Live dangerously. We're gonna drop this and see what this does. You just finished your set, you're done. You don't feel like walking over there. Your back's like mine, you're old, your back hurts. So you just wanna plop it down. You don't feel like putting it away nicely. Let's see what that does. All right, first glance looks okay. We'll do it a couple more times. One time just on its side. You know, it looks like it held up to that. I'll do one more. That one did damage it a little bit here. That one did damage it. So it's got some damage. Does that mean that if one of my Swisstrax takes a little crack like this, takes a little hit, that I'm going to send it away into the trash, gone forever? No, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna keep it on my floor. It's still got a lot of life left in it, I believe, but just so you know, this is what you're getting yourself into if you get the Swisstrax.
After all that is said, and I told you guys about the issue with the tile popping off the floor, and that doesn't happen every time. That happens 1 in every 20 times or more that I head out. We've seen the durability test. They can stack up decently well with some heavy use. So the question is, do I regret getting Swisstrax, and am I gonna put Swisstrax in our other garage bay over here? The answer is, I don't regret it. I'm still happy with it, and I think that I'm gonna be able to figure out a solution for this one that keeps kicking up. I'm also gonna reach out to Swisstrax, and I'll post something in the description when I hear what they say. Am I gonna put it in here? The plan right now is I am gonna put Swisstrax in here. I might try a different design, might get creative because they have different colors and everything like that. This is in no way sponsored or affiliated with Swisstrax. They have no idea I'm making this video. They don't know that I'm having a problem, none of that. These are my own independent thoughts. The ease of putting these things together, the way that they look, the look and feel that they give to the garage. I mean, when I'm standing here, in here, it just looks great. It looks awesome. And there's just not really anything else that's giving me that feel other than a different brand of the same thing. Swisstrax has great reviews online. That's why I went with them. It's really easy to use, really quick to ship and all that stuff. All that's true. Came in a couple days after I ordered it online. Their website with the design your own floor thing was a breeze to use. Ordering it, I felt really confident in my decision, but I'm happy with it. In every way, I love these. And as soon as we get this one figured out, it's gonna be great. So I hope this helped you guys make a decision with regards to your garage or your home space that you're trying to refit with a different floor. If it did, let me know in the comments down below. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you liked it, like it, subscribe to the channel. More DIY and home improvement stuff coming soon. Thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great day.